philosophy. I guess I'd probably go to what? Move on. I'd probably skip honestly to Russia, like 19th century Russia. Like, I'd get into Marx. I think then you could cut straight to the kind of intersection of, you'd start off with some kind of seminar about like the work of art in the age of mechanical reproduction by Walter Benjamin, and you'd kind of introduce them to, I guess, the irreconcilable nature of kind of like purity of art versus, commodification of all experience, like going into the 20th century. And you could kind of, yeah. And then the basic texts, the basic foundational texts. Have you read many books for like art school and stuff? Do they give you, do you have to read anything? Yeah. But there's no like kind of classic books that you have to read.
Too many books. Yeah. I wonder what that one would be like. The Walter Benjamin.
Yeah, I've got it.
Have you read it?
I haven't read the whole thing. It's quite interesting. It's very like specific to that time.
That's kind of what I think about like a lot of art texts. I mean, I guess it'd be interesting, but like, maybe I'm more interested in other things.
Well, more contemporary stuff. We obviously are more in the know, so it all makes sense. It all works out.
Yeah.
But it's good. I mean, it is still universal enough that you can read it. It's good. It talks a bit about. I mean, yeah, it's sort of like an economical text as well as an art text.
Alright.
It's not that long. Let me see. How many pages is it? I don't know if it's just like its own sort of mini text, because it's like 26 pages, but the text is quite small. And that's including like footnotes and shit.
Right.
So it's not. It's interesting. I mean, it's interesting because he's talking about, like, I forget when it was written. Probably like, 1935 essay. So, but it's interesting that a lot of it is still relevant, and to imagine then like extrapolating what he's talking about there into like digital reproduction, which is obviously fucking huge.
I thought it was written in the 1800s.
This says from the 1935 essay. I wonder if it is. Maybe it is earlier. I don't know. Maybe that's wrong. I downloaded a PDF of it. Walter Benji. The man. No, 1935 it is.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, which proposes the devaluation of a work of art is consequent to its mechanical reproduction. Yeah, it's interesting. But and to then extrapolate into like shit like Instagram.
I have a different one.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, I'm not.
He's what is his field? He's a lot. Yeah, I guess his general like philosophy and cultural criticism. But he talks a bit about literature as well. I think he kind of talks a lot about all Kunst.
Right.
From like a Marxist sort of perspective. I find Marx very interesting. I want to read some stuff of his. I downloaded part of Capital, that really chunky text, the really famous one.
By Marx.
Yeah.
Yeah, he seems pretty influential.
Yeah.
I don't know that much about him.
He actually is. Yeah, I mean, he's really. He published a lot about.
He's influential in like all fields, it seems.
Yeah, exactly. Well, a lot of.
Pretty much shifted the whole whole world.
Yeah.
Actually.
Definitely, like the Western world, he had a lot of influence, despite being heavily associated with communism. Like a lot of his concept, like he talked a lot about like the theory of value, like of economic value in terms of like. I mean, yeah, he discussed a lot the labor theory of value. So like, whether we judge value based on like literally just the labor and the materials, or then like if you judge it on utility, like how useful the object is. So maybe it's more valuable even if it's cheaper to produce. It might be still quote unquote worth more. And then of course there's cultural value, which is a whole other, which is exploded later on in the century. It was
Like, I mean, because like heaps of artists in like heaps of artists all over the place, like in America and all over Europe, got really into. Like, I think all the surrealists and stuff were like really big on art. I mean, there's just heaps of art movements that were quite influential socially. So I guess like indirect, like he had a big sort of effect.
Yeah. But was Dada kind of associated with like the bourgeois kind of though, like the bourgeoisie?
Dada?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I thought it was like sort of a high class venture. I thought like the audience was the bourgeoisie in Paris and stuff, which would be like not very Marxist.
Dada was sort of, I don't know. No, it wasn't. It's sort of a counter of that. Like, well, at least I mean, there were different Dadas all over the world, and they kind of pitched it differently.
Right.
But Berlin, like, I know like there's a really funny story of George Cross, who was like a Berlin Dada artist. Like, the Berlin Dada was like one of the segments of Dada.
Yeah.
Like, he went into like a what was it? I think it was like futurists. Oh wait, no, what was? I can't remember what the movement was. There was some like, I think it might have been a futurist exhibition.
Yeah.
He went and started like hissing like on the artwork. Like, this is fucking like bull. Like, I don't know, it's just like this really funny story of him like.
Yeah.
He thought of it, yeah.
So loose.
I think they were kind of anti-bourgeois.
Yeah.
Those dudes. But then there was like, Dada. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's kind of served different political purposes in different places.
Yeah.
Like, it was and in some places it was way more sort of addressed like World War I heaps.
Yeah.
It was kind of like people were just like really nihilistic about, people were just like, what the fuck is anything? It's sort of like it's like postmodernist sort of ideas way before postmodernism. Almost.
Yeah.
Like, people just like, what is anything? This is fucked.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Dada. Yeah, it goes down pretty well.
Yeah, I think like some were like, I think like Zurich Dada was like kind of apolitical, just kind of like absurd, like the Swiss Dada.
Yeah.
And then like the German one was really political, because like Switzerland wasn't in the World War.
Yeah.
They were neutral, and they were just like making, they were making like costumes and just doing like absurd like plays and just kind of like poking fun at art.
Yeah. Yeah, what was because was Duchamp mates with like a lot of the Dada people, or was he a part of that vibe?
Yeah, I think like the urinals considered Dada.
Yeah. It definitely seems to, at the very least. Oh, I don't even know if it is like, is it anti-capital? Or at the very least, it just addresses like commodity, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I think.
Or is it like the opposite? Is it like, found objects, like, and it's making those commodities a part of the environment or something, and embracing that? I wonder.
It's kind of like this. Yeah, it's hard to know. I know it's just kind of like a joke. I think it was just like kind of a. I think it's probably like some sort of critique of.
A roast.
Or, yeah, Kunst.
A Kunst roast.
But like, actually, yeah, I kind of forgot. I think I think he entered it. He entered it into like there was like an art prize. I mean, sorry, like an exhibition where like anyone could like it was like an open exhibition. You just had to pay to enter. And, like, anyone, so he was just like, all right, and he made up enough, like, but he put it under a pseudonym.
Mutt.
Yeah.
Mutt.
And
oh, that's funny. I didn't realize that he entered in a competition, because that sort of changes the vibe. It almost seems less important or something. Like if he was like in his mind, if it was just like as a kind of gesture in like a throwaway scenario, and like maybe also then poking fun at the idea of a competition as well.
Yeah, it's sort of less of a statement than if he like
did it legit in a gallery.
Like, exhibited.
Yeah, then it changes the perception of it.
I mean, but he kind of, afterwards he too came out with it and like...
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, I kind of...
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it does sort of go down in history as like this, I don't know, like him trying to like reframe like, aesthetic value of things and stuff. But it sort of was like a joke.
It was a roast.
Yeah. Yeah. I might drop a half tab.
Very good.
Because then I don't have to like. It's kind of like the consumption of it is very. What's the word? It doesn't like affect my body. It's like smoking. It's not like smoking.
Yeah.
Or drinking or like snorting something. It's just like putting a bit of paper on there, get a little mellow.
Get a little mellow happening.
Go say hi to some people.
Yeah, that sounds nice.
Go say farewell to Philip.
R.I.P. Philip.
I know. R.I.P. R.I.P. in hell.
I don't think I've ever heard that. It's good. R.I.P. in hell.
Rest in peace in hell.
Alright, H. With a capital H. Yeah.
Wait, can I stay in the call if I... Yeah, I'm still in the call, right?
And you're moving, yeah. You're moving around, you're navigating your phone environment. Enviro. Enviro, Dig.
What?
I said Enviro, Dig. But Digi Enviro would have probably been better.
Digi Enviro. Alright. I'm gonna pass in 17. I'm gonna get some headphones.
That's good. I'm making a
you
good...
can stay on the line if you want.
I will. I'm making a good video right now.
Oh, yeah? Is my voice in it?
Yeah. Wait, listen to this. There's like... There's like 6 videos. I've just been doing like screenshot videos like on different sections of the screen while I was holding my phone up to the camera, so it just has like the call, like what the iPhone looks like when you're on a call, and then I like kept adding them to the screen and like making all of them smaller so I could fit more on. Essentially, you'll see it, no doubt. Yeah, I made a couple more reading videos. I read the page for Freeganism, which was pretty interesting.
What is it? Freeganism?
Yeah, which is like it's like only eating food that's been thrown out and stuff.
Wow.
And I think actually, wait, I think I was reading Shoplifting when you called, or was I? Yeah, I think I was reading the one for Shoplifting. I did another one too.
Is this in the shoplifting did that?
I'm trying to remember. I think I paused it and started this video.
If it was, it's the same one.
If it's it, yeah, it should be.